I'll take one the next.
No.
You gotta
I
give
gave
it
you
a
these,
goal.
like,
I only had 2
times.
pieces left, and it was supposed to be shared between me and Mr. Jordan as a bonding moment. He didn't accept my
Now he's definitely ain't gonna do it.
That's crazy. I gave you Gilbert 3 times.
Hey, Whitley.
What?
Okay, you guys remember what this shape is called?
A rectangle.
It's a rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. So, Roman.
No.
Alright, rectangular prism. This chapter is about 3-dimensional shapes like prisms and pyramids and stuff.
Someone show
But
me.
we're finding volume and surface area most of this chapter. Today we're not really, we're just kind of practicing our 3D skills on 2-dimensional images. Okay, anyways, so let's talk about the parts here. What do you think these corner points are called?
It starts with the vertices.
Vertices.
Yes.
It's like the corner points of shapes and angles are always called. Vertex is singular, vertices is plural. Okay, how about these line segments? What would they be called? Edges. And so the sides, they don't call the sides, but
Faces.
they call them faces. Okay, why wouldn't they just call them sides? Well, if you're talking about a 2-dimensional polygon, the sides are line segments, but on this shape they're
Faces.
They're
They
like,
can face
the
different
sides are
directions.
polygons. So anyway, they use the word faces instead of sides. So how many vertices? Oh, by the way, so on a polygon they call these two the bases, like the top and the bottom are like identical, they call them the bases. But the sides that are going, the faces that are going up and down, they call the lateral faces. That's kind of an important word for later. So you have the bases, top and bottom. It could be lying on its side though. The faces are identical. The bases are identical. And then the up and down side are called the lateral faces. Okay. How many vertices does this shape have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, it's got 4 on top, 4 on bottom, and none in the middle. How many edges does it have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
4 on top, 4 on bottom, and how many going up and down?
4.
4. So that happens on all, so it's 4 times 3, 12. How many faces does it have?
6.
How many on top?
1.
How many on bottom?
1.
How many lateral faces?
4.
4. So all together.
Beat you guys.
Okay, so it turns out that there's always a relationship when you have, these are called polyhedron, 3-dimensional flat surfaces, polyhedra. There's always a relationship between these 3, and the relationship is vertices plus faces minus edges should always equal 2. Vertices plus faces minus edges should always
That's so
equal 2.
cap.
So on this one it would be like, does 8 plus 6 minus 12 equal 2?
Oh my goodness.
It is.
They're on the side here.
Even if
What
it,
happens if it doesn't?
then you count it wrong.
See, that's just it. Okay, that's like not true.
And that proves what? Like they're like
No, it's just somebody noticed that relationship.
a,
We're gonna kind of use that though to like make sure we're counting right on the other problems.
How do you figure out something like that?
I don't know, somebody's got a lot of time on their hands. Number 1. So number 1 says true or false. Vertices plus faces equals edges plus 2.
False. False.
False. They're going to say it's true.
What happens if I add E over here?
oh. What?
Oh, so that's true.
Vertices plus faces each equals 2 plus edges, right? Edges plus 2. So it is true.
They would do that. The one is-
Where's your algebra skills?
Oh, they left some.
They went Google.
Can't lose something you never had, right? Okay.
That was nice. I'm glad you found it funny.
Number 3. What kind of polygon is on the base on number 3?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Octagon.
Yeah, I believe it is an octagon, yes. So, you guys read the directions, maybe not. We're doing vertices, edges, and faces. So, how many vertices are on the top? How many vertices are on the top of number 3? 8, because it's an octagon. How many are on the bottom? 8. Any in the middle? No. So there's just 8 plus 8, 16. How many edges? How many edges are on the top? 8. Because that's what an octagon is, right? How many edges are on the bottom? 8. How many edges are going vertical, like the lateral surface? 8. So there's like 8 times 3, 24. I was gonna say something. Oh, do you guys know what that shape is called?
That is an
Octagonal prism.
Oh yeah.
I was
Okay.
close.
Okay, and then the last question is how many faces? So how many faces on top? 1 on bottom, and lateral faces. 8. Well, yeah, from each edge, a face is coming up, right? And since there's 8 edges, there's going to be 8 faces coming up. So there's 1 on top, 1 on bottom, 8 lateral, so altogether it's 10. So you guys, we put that, and then we're supposed to show that it works inside the formula thing, this one. So does 16 plus 10 minus 24 equal 2? 16 plus 10 is 26. 26 minus 24 is 2 again. That's kind of a way to check your work, but also they said we're supposed to do that. But
So, do we put true?
no, it's just show your work there, like I did. All right, number 5. Vertices, edges, faces. Okay, so let's figure out what the polygon on the bottom of number 5 is. The base.
Miss Paxton. Right?
Huh?
9.
It's 9. Does anybody remember what that's called? Nonagon?
Nonagon.
It's probably supposed to be called a nonagonal. Well, what? What's that shape?
Cone. I said it first.
No, they're both wrong.
Cylinder.
Pyramid.
Pyramid. Okay. What's the difference between a pyramid and a cone? A pyramid has straight edges. Cone has circular. Anyways, it's a nonagonal. It's a weird word. Pyramid. Okay. Vertices. Kind of easy. How many vertices are on top?
1.
1. How many vertices on the bottom?
9.
9. 9 corner points. So altogether, there's none in the middle, so there's 10 vertices.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Okay, how many edges?
9.
Now, there really isn't an edge on top, right? So how many edges are on the bottom?
9.
9. How many edges are lateral going up? 9.
Wait.
18.
From each vertex, there's a edge coming up, right? So there's 9 edges coming up. 9 on the bottom, so 9 plus 9.
18.
Okay, the faces.
10.
Yeah, 1 on the bottom, the base, and then 10 coming or 9 coming up. So that does make 10. So does vertices plus faces minus
What do I so easy, bro?
edges equals 2
The formula is vertices plus faces minus
edges.
edges equals 2.
Yeah.
Neat marks.
Okay. On 7. So those dotted lines mean that's in the back of the shape, right? That's like something you couldn't see normally. It's on the other side. Vertices. Let's start at the top. How many vertices are on the top?
3.
3. This is a triangle.
3.
How many vertices are on the bottom?
5. 1, 2. I said 5.
It was wrong when you said it.
What? It's on the bottom.
You sounded so weird.
I was
What?
I was waiting for the 5-second echo from everybody else. 5, 5, 5. All right. How many? So this one's a little bit tricky. Are there any vertices in the middle?
No.
No. There's just edges. So there's only 8 vertices. Okay. How many edges are on top?
1. No, 3.
3. How many edges are on the bottom?
5.
5. It's a pentagon on the bottom. 5. And then how many? This is a little trickier. How many edges laterally?
6.
8. No.
Wait. 1, 2, 3,
See, I'm seeing if we can get
4.
it.
8.
Seeing if we can get a consensus.
10. 8. It's
Where
8.
did you get 10 from?
Oh,
20.
8 first.
no, it is 8. Never mind.
Do your 180.
You're 180.
Yeah. So
Eight.
yeah, it is 8. There's 3.
8 plus 3 plus 4.
Yeah, I don't know how to point them out. There's
16.
Drayden, are you Doug?
No, there's 16.
There's 6 solid edges that we could see, and then 2 dotted edges in the back.
Well, there was like 16.
Anyway, there's 8 going up and down. So there's 3 on top, 5 on bottom, and then there's 8 on the lateral. So there's 16 also.
Son, you really don't have.
Okay, faces. How many faces on top?
1.
How many faces on the bottom?
1.
Okay, so that's 2. And then how many faces?
8.
8.
8.
9. I think it's 9 actually. Wait.
8. Because it matches the.
It is 8. It's 8. It's 8.
It's 8.
Okay, yeah. There's 3 skinny triangles facing us, right? Like towards the front. There's 2 wider triangles on the side, and then there's 3 triangles on the back.
10.
No, it is 8. So of 10 in total, yeah.
Wait.
360.
Where did you?
Bruh. I think I'm counting weird.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah, Drayden, I think you are too.
10.
Okay, so does 10 plus 8 minus 16
Equal to.
equal to? Yes, it does.
Bingo the bango.
They all equal.
They're supposed to, if you do it right.
But I mean, like, well, like, I was like,
No.
because.
So you kind of check your work. You're supposed to do vertices plus faces minus edges equals 2.
Well, I thought maybe it was like the true or false thing, like maybe it's true.
Yeah, it's supposed to be true every time. Number 9. Okay, this is drawing part. So for 8 and 9, you're supposed to draw that triangular prism that they drew. So just draw.
Oh no, we're gonna sketch something.
No.
Whitley's vein.
I don't like this game.
Why did I wear
You want
sweatpants?
8? Do you have to draw something, or do you just say like what it is? You have to draw a sketch in the direction.
My drawing's the best.
Do it. I believe in you.
Draw a triangle. Draw lines down.
Draw another triangle.
Willie, I don't believe in you.
Wow, what great friends you are.
I know.
I don't believe in
Thank
you
Will.
either, Whitley.
I'm pretty sweet.
Whitley,
But we have to draw
Yes.
that, right?
Mhm.
good luck.
Okay. Nice.
I think you can do it.
I know.
Mine's
It
definitely
was just a
bad.
little ray of sunshine today. I know.
That's not it.
When is she not?
That's only step 1.
That's step 1.
Ow!
Yeah.
Told myself on my
Step 1.
Drayden,
Number 9.
Okay. Number 9 says
in my skin.
Draw a vertical plane parallel to BCFE, but not through AD. Okay, BCFE is this plane over here on the right side, like back right side. It's over here. So how do I draw a vertical plane that's parallel to that?
Basically.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. So you kind of have to, like this line should be parallel to the plane we're gonna draw. So if this dot goes from here to here on our plane, it'll go from like here to here. Like those two should be parallel. You guys know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like the line from here to here should be parallel. This will be the top of my plane from there to there.
Oh, yeah.
And same thing at the bottom. This line should be parallel to that line. Okay. Then it is a game of connect the dots. So this line on the plane should be visible, so it's solid. This line would be visible because it's on the front, so it would be solid. This line is underneath, so it would not be visible. And this line is on the back, so it would not be visible. Do you see it?
So that's how that
Okay, but
I don't like this chapter.
didn't you just say you did?
Well, we're only doing drawings today. The rest of it's like using formulas to find volumes and areas.
Well, then don't.
I like the pieces.
Shh. I'm like,
well, good for you. You know why I don't so much? Because I hate it. Yeah. You're just. I hate you.
Okay, well, why did we?
All right. Now, because we're practicing our 3D imaginations on a two-dimensional surface,
I hate this so much.
basically, the book, like, used a pencil and did like a light shading on the plane. It makes it look a little bit better. When you're using a smartboard, it doesn't look very good, but if you do a light shade on the plane with your pencil, it makes the picture look a little
Is
bit
this
better.
supposed to kind of look like?
You're supposed to see like a plane cutting like this. That's like parallel to the plane on that.
It just kind of looks like that you like cut it and then.
Cute.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like we sliced through it.
Yeah.
Okay, number 8 says a horizontal plane, so you have to redraw the picture. But what would a horizontal plane look like on this?
The other way.
We going on the top?
Well, the top is like a horizontal plane, but we need a horizontal plane like going through it. So what would that look like? Ideas? Well, since the top and the bottom are horizontal, like triangles, right? Then the plane you guys draw should be horizontal. So it should look like one of those triangles. So it should go like that. Like solid.
So you just did.
You see it? You see it?
I see it.
Alright. Wait, we have to redraw it.
That's for number 8. Yeah, do not draw on the same.
Dang it.
Wait,
It
this is for
would
what?
just be a mess if you did
Number
that.
8. Number 8.
Do you want us to shade that one too? No.
Yeah, just do a light shade on the plane.
Yeah.
I mean, your attitude is atrocious. I'm sorry.
It kind of makes it
I'm
look
not really.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Look at that beautiful pyramid.
What does it mean? Third beat on 10.
Means the plane should go through point B. I don't know how else you say it. They said it right. Okay, well, if you watch 11, then you probably might have a better idea how 10 looks. Number 11 says a vertical plane through parallel to RQ, but not through point B. So RQ is over here, So we want a plane that's vertical, that means up and down, and it's parallel to this. So it'll cut the bottom at the same angle, right? Like this. See how it's kind of offset like that one is? So these two are parallel. Now, what will it look like when it comes out the other side up here? Because we're supposed to go straight up. Well, you just kind of go straight up with these points.
Oh, no.
This one would be visible, visible, oops.
I'm not gonna say any names. I know a freshman who can't swim.
Yeah, last year that was me.
You don't know this one?
Well, sort of.
Does that
I
mean
mean,
you
I
learn
kind
how
of
to
like if I was in the ocean,
It kinda
I'd
screws up
probably
your
like probably. I probably would like be able to like swim for like a minute and then.
So you can't.
No, I
So
wouldn't.
does that mean you took lessons over the summer?
JD probably flail over the.
Well, I kind of do like the
I think-
doggy paddle thing.
I can't do like a light shade with this, so I'm just gonna leave it blank, but you guys can go ahead and shade it.
I don't know how to swim.
Can you scroll back up to the other one?
And that's kind of convenient because I'm a leftoid.
But you don't know how to swim?
No.
And you're a light.
Okay,
But yeah,
so-
He's obviously lying.
what would this point look, what would this plane look like if it was going through V?
Probably just be farther back.
Well, kind of. Where would it go through the top?
It would be like a triangle just
Right.
in the middle.
It wouldn't hit these sides at all because it wouldn't go right through the middle, so it'd only hit at point V.
you
So
just-
Linux said it would be like a triangle, because yeah, it would hit like that, but when it came up, it wouldn't touch these sides at all. It would just go like a.
Imagine like
It'd be a
you have
triangle.
hollow pyramid and you have a square chip,
Not everybody can imagine 3D very well.
and then you like put the chip in the.
I can imagine it pretty well. I am 3D.
Yeah, guys have an advantage on 3D imagination,
For real?
but girls have an advantage on communication though. I'm not making that up. That's like.
That's great.
Not with guys, only with the girls. They can't communicate to guys.
You mean guys don't understand what they're saying?
No, I cannot say anything and the other dude can know what he's saying.
Yeah.
They're just
He's
staring
wanting
at
to go,
each
he's
other.
wanting to go.
He shook his head no.
He's saying,
Like-
what he's saying is they're stupid.
Yeah.
Girls usually learn to talk sooner,
Well,
but
I was like,
One problems.
that's not
You know, my first.
they
my
tend
first
to
word
hit more
was-
curbs in the car
well, I mean, that's not
Because
surprising
of
because girls talk a
because
lot.
of spatial
so-
awareness.
Mr.
My
Jordan,
mom
I
gets
have
so
terribly
many
depth
curves.
perception.
Mr. Jordan,
That's what I'm talking about.
you want to know what my first word was?
That's what you said when you came out,
Yeah.
and you did this too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I was talking my feet.
My first word was probably like sponge.
The doctor's like, "Whoa, we got a quick one."
That's funny.
Get him jumping.
Most people's first words is like mom or dad. Mine was probably like,
Bro thinks he can say SpongeBob except it's mama.
no.
Jaden's first words.
You ain't that's
Pretty
my
sure my first word was hot dog.
Bro, I watched SpongeBob
Mine
playing
was-
more than I
Are
see
you
my
for real?
mom.
I was like 8 months.
Then my dad.
18.
You're living on a steady diet of hot
I've
dogs.
seen more SpongeBob than I've seen your dad.
Was what?
You. Yeah.
It was
Because
either
my
hot
mom
dog or
gave me
spicy.
watermelon,
Send me a picture of
and
it.
like she loves watermelon.
That doesn't sound like a word. That's more like a noise.
It was either hot
But if
dog
I
or
say
spicy.
you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
If it's a baby, I'm just assuming they're just making
You
noises.
ever see my dad making milk?
No, it was yuck. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That might actually count.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was.
Put it forward.
Track or-
Oh.
Okay.
Were you hiding like?
The only reason I know is because my mom really just.
Yeah, I was
She, like,
saying,
loves
when I skip with him,
Eat
I was
it.
hiding.
Little.
Yeah. Like, it's like,
Okay, number 12, let's chat about that one a little bit.
Yeah, I'm confused.
It's actually not that bad. So what's a cylinder?
A cylinder.
It's like a circle on top and a circle on bottom of the line.
It's like
It's a can.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes.
They're kind of all over the place. Like if you look around, like your
That's a
Stanley,
cylinder.
like your Stanleys.
That's a really short cylinder.
These little poles are cylinders. The cores are cylinders. There's kind of all over the place.
The Stanleys are cylinders, kind of. It's weird to say that.
Yeah,
Miss Palmer was dissing on Stanley's this morning.
But she.
When I first heard Stanley Cup, I was so confused because I thought they were talking about hockey. It's like what?
Huh? How did you go? I'm more confused on how you got hockey from Stanley.
Stanley Cup.
That's what they.
That's what they win.
Oh.
Ew.
Ew.
I only watch hockey for the fights.
Yeah, I said oh, and then yeah.
Yeah.
Hockey's scary. Imagine getting your fingers skinned off.
All right.
Dude, what is good?
So it doesn't, guys. It doesn't tell us what kind of plane to draw. It just says we need to make one so that the cut makes a circle. So what kind of cut would we make through the plane that would create?
Horizontal.
Right. Because if we cut it like this, like with a knife or whatever, it would just go right through like that. Whoops, let's not do that. Should look more like the bottom because the back side is invisible.
And then shade it.
Okay.
Have you ever heard Dawn?
Yeah. So for the B,
You have?
like 20, 30 years old. Oh, are you talking about a phrase or like a song?
A song.
I don't know about a song.
Oh.
I drive him
White bottom.
Okay, on B it says make a rectangle. What kind of cut would make, maybe you guys don't know this one, what kind of cut would make a rectangle? This, we already did that.
Vertical.
Yeah.
Oh, on that shape, I thought we were drawing.
If you make it vertical, I don't know how to give a visual on this. If we make it vertical, like here's the top, and you just cut straight through, and pretend there's another one right here, it would just go boom, 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 it'd just be a rectangle.
I don't think they understand.
So, when you do it,
They clearly don't understand.
okay, when you do it, you need to make it a little bit off center so you can actually see it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this.
Wait, we need to do that.
And then when you know it's in a second, you have to do it separately. This is B.
Oh.
Right. Can you like draw the rectangle at least, so that way I can like.
Here's what you do. You just make dots like this, a little bit off centered, so you can actually see the rectangle, and then
Right, but I mean like.
connect the dots.
I'm trying to draw like a 3D rectangle. And I'm an artist, and I don't know how to do that for some reason.
A 3D rectangle, just draw.
Well,
Jordan.
if you're looking at a rectangle from an angle, it looks like that.
No, I'm talking. Oh, like you have to like, draw the rectangle, and then you have to put like that in there.
Okay, draw the cylinder first.
Oh.
Put these dots in there, and then connect the dots.
And then it looks like a rectangle.
Then-
Okay, I didn't.
Look at this
Drawing
tiny.
is-
Look at the